In September, he looked so strong that you wondered how his winning run could possibly end. But just weeks later, the gloomy, negative Shodai has returned, as he frets over whether his first major injury will cost him his hard-won ozeki rank. As you recall, this is how he suffered ligament damage in his left foot last time, on day 3 against Takayasu. Many felt he should have pulled out there and then, but a sumo wrestler's urge to see what he could still do against Dai Eisho the next day led him back into the ring. But as the first thrust stung his skin, he became petrified of further damage, and vowed to pull out the moment his lifeless body left the ring. "I was just so hell-bent on winning in November, and that's what's contributed to my injury," Shodai said in his first public comments post-withdrawal, finally agreeing with the host of commentators who bemoaned how stiff he looked under the pressure of performing as a new ozeki. They all hoped the real Shodai would quite literally step forward, but he hardly did. The warning signs for him had been there on day 1, when another backpedaling moment forced another last-ditch maneuver from him. All of this led a concerned Chairman Hakkaku to suggest that Shodai find more ways to win going forwards, as he did against Kiribayama on day 2, rather than risk a succession of perilous rope walks. YouTube pundit Takatoriki surely agrees, adding that it's still too easy for foes to attack Shodai's armpits. Well might Shodai then have warmed to the prospect of studying his opponents on TV each day, an activity he admits to having taken somewhat lightly before. "It all felt a bit odd being stuck at home on tournament days, but inside, I feel a good experience came of it," he told reporters, hopefully having thought up new ways to stay injury-free. Asked how his left foot was healing, he said, "Right now I'm okay walking on it and doing regular foot stamps, but when I try to twist my body I still feel a slight pain in the ankle. However, I do aim to be back fighting before the rankings chart comes out on the 24th, and, as you'd expect, I'm going to be ready for January." Now applying himself to weight work and foot sliding, Shodai is keen to join the specially organized training at the Kokugikan in mid-December, stating that even if he's not up to fighting on those days, it will be good simply to sample the atmosphere. Having never missed even an amateur tournament due to injury, the last month has come as a shock to Shodai's system, one that he's determined to overcome as soon as the new year begins. "The threat of demotion is what it is," he says, "but to be honest, part of me still can't believe I've even made it this far, to ozeki. So, if I can mount that dohyo with pride, then great. And no, I don't feel regretful about letting Takakeisho secure an ozeki championship before me. Rather, his success spurs me on." Had he made it to the November finish line, Shodai would surely have won more bouts in 2020 than any other top division man, a sign of how well he fought in the 4 tournaments he finished. He can't be dissatisfied with a year in which he smashed his own expectations. But he knows all his fine work could be laid to waste if he doesn't find a winning formula in January, preferably one that allows him to dictate from the center of the ring, where dangerous falls rarely occur. Any advice for him?